Hello again. In this video, I will talk about Git Branches, which is, I would say, some of the most important things to get used to at a very early stage. If you are alone in your project, maybe you don't need it, but if you are working together with people, I highly suggest you to use branches, both to add new features, and then you can assign people to do one particular task and you can create a branch for that particular task, or you can assign a branch for one person that works all the time on that branch and updates the main branch when it's needed. So Git branches are very important, especially when you are collaborating. That's why I wanted to mention about them as well. If you remember, I showed this sketch in the first video to you to explain the Git history or tracking the history part, but I didn't talk about the Git branches much. I just mentioned about them a little bit. But now we are gonna talk a little bit more in depth about it. When we have a repository, Git repository, commonly our commit chain looks like this. Not only one chain for your main, but some extra branches from your main that merges to the main chain again. There might be many different branches, there might be just a few branches. Depends on your project and depends on the size of your team. Let me show you a little bit how those branches actually, when they're created, how they added to your commit chain. So initially you have a main branch, right? This is something that you have to have in your repository. And when you create a branch, you create it on top of a commit, whatever commit you want, that is not important. Either you can create it in your current commits, or you can jump back in some of the past commits and you can create branch there too. Let's say you create one branch, and this branch is my branch. We are working on a project and I am working on this branch, and my colleague Kari is working on her branch, and we are just adding the tasks on what we are supposed to do in the project. And when we feel like it, we are done with one particular task, we feel like we can update the main branch, we just merge it. And after the merge, you can also continue working on your own branch again. This is like you synchronize everyone on the same point. They don't have to merge at the same commit, but at some point they need to merge with the main branch at some point. At the moment, both Gizem and Kari decided on they will push their changes on the main branch on tomorrow or whatever the date they decide, and then they merge their changes on this main branch. Afterwards, Gizem decided to continue on her branch to do her tasks, and maybe Kari decided to have another branch, or another colleague in the team decided to have another branch to solve this particular problem that you want to add that feature to your project, and then created a new branch, and then until that person is done with adding the feature X, that person is gonna work on the feature X, and it goes on like this, as well as your main chain goes like that. So this is how a natural evolvement of your projects using Git branches works. Let me show you how we can create new branches on Visual Studio Code, how we can jump between branches, how we can merge them and see what's going on and everything. But there's one thing we need to know about branches. Like the version of our code, we mentioned about the local and remote. When we have branches, even though we create the branch on Visual Studio Code, until we publish it on the remote, that branch is only local. I will show you that as well, but I want you to keep in mind that the branches are also local and remote. Just keep that in mind, and let's get started. All right. Lastly, I have just cherry-picked something. This is my last commit on my main branch, and this commit is available on both local main. This is what I was trying to tell you. Branches have both remote version of them and local version of them. When you publish that branch to the remote, they are synchronized. So this main branch on this commit is there both for locally and for the remote. What I want to do is now I want to create a new branch, and I will call this branch is Gizem. And now whatever I do will be applied on the branch. At this commit right now we have Gizem, origin main and local main. And I'm also on Gizem because this is highlighted, local Gizem. So I will go back to my file explorer and I will add a new file called test3.py. And in this test3.py, I will add my whatever task I need to do. I will just shorten it and I will do just a single line of print, but you can have several files and several commits and it doesn't matter. It is gonna be the same. So I will add print, this, and I am happy with this feature. It seems nice and I'm gonna add that one. I will commit Gizem first. I forgot the stage, I'm sorry. I add them and I then commit them. And now I'm here, the main and there, but I can't see Gizem, so I can just go and see all the branches here. So Gizem is here. In the future kind of the main branch, I have more new things. That's why it's further up. But I'm not done. I would like to add more things. I also want to say Gizem. I should print it. Gizem added also this. Those two things good. If I run, it will work and I'm happy. So now I can add this commit as well. This is my second commit. I will add it. I will commit it. Good. So now I have two changes on the Gizem branch, but I haven't uploaded to the main yet. I can upload to the main by just first publishing the branch. This is just local now. The remote has no idea what's going on. I can publish it. And when I publish it, now this is both on the cloud, on origin Gizem and also local Gizem. And if I go to the browser of the GitHub, I see that there are recent pushes from a new branch. Now it's not only main, but there's another branch called Gizem. I can see that branch, what is inside. I see the test3.py is there, but in my main branch, test3.py is not there because I haven't updated the main branch yet. And you also see that there is a new green button, also so tempting to click. This button actually allows you to compare two branches. At the moment we are comparing base for main and comparing with the Gizem. And you see the arrow here. It says you can now, at this step, what you are doing now is adding the changes on Gizem. If you want to add more description, you can do that. And you can create a pull request. Pull request means that you did something on your branch and then you are creating a pull request on the main. So you can say, for example, I solved the print problem. And you can create a pull request. And if everything is fine, like there is no merge conflict, you can just merge pull request. But if there's a merge conflict, you have already learned that in the second video. You can just go and check how to solve merge conflicts and confirm merge. I will actually create a merge conflict intentionally now in this video because I would like to show how to solve merge conflicts online as well. Everything is good. It is merged. There's no problem. It is solved. Let me create another branch for curry, and also we can create a merge conflict. I would like to go and let's say from that part I can create another branch. As I said, you don't need to create the branches on top of the newest commit, but you can create it on any commit. So I create a new branch, and this is curry. You know what? I will change test.py now. So here print curry, edit this. This test3 is not there because we created the branch commit before test3.py was created. That's why I will close that one. So I'm on the curry branch, and as if I'm on the PC, on curry's PC, and here curry edit this, and we save it. We go to source control, curry edit things, and we need to add and commit. Again, this curry branch is local. We would like to publish it to remote as well. We see that now curry has some new stuff. And let me do something as well on my Gizem branch. I will just go back to Gizem, which has the old version of test.py. But now Gizem, print here, Gizem edit this. We both change the same file, same line. We are gonna have a merge conflict. Let's see. Gizem edit stuff and add things, commit things. So now my graph looks a little bit more chaotic. We need to merge at some point because curry has some stuff. It's not like ending back to the main. And we have some merge pull requests. My online version of main is there, quite back in the commit history. And Gizem has added something new. So there are three different things. And when they try to merge, there will be a problem. As synchronize changes, our Gizem will have some updated stuff. And this now, we have applied this to our online Gizem. If I go back to my main repository, I see that curry has some recent pushes. We can compare and merge, and Gizem has edits, and we can compare and merge too. So let's add the curry's stuff first, which will not be a problem because in the beginning my test.py was this, and then now it is gonna be like that. If I create a pull request, there will not be a problem. Merge pull request, confirm merge. Everything is fine. And if I go back to my files, my repository again, I need to see. Okay, this time it didn't show up, but I know that Gizem also edits stuff. Then we go to pull requests and we create a new pull request. This is what, when we are ready to implement the changes from our branch to the main, we just go and select what branch we want to choose. We want to implement the changes to the main. So we create a pull request here. Now it's gonna be a problem because if you remember, this is the old version and the Gizem edit on the old version of that file. This branch has conflicts that must be resolved. Now we have a merge conflict. If you want to solve it in the command editor, like using the terminal, you can also get some help from the command line instruction. But this is the thing that I am avoiding like a plague in this tutorial set, because based on my experience, students get super confused with GitHub in the very beginning because everything is based on the commands. So I'm not going to show that one, but just as a heads up, You can use those commands in your terminal and solve it as well. So therefore, I want to use the web editor. And web editor is similar to what we had on our Visual Studio Code, but a little bit more primitive, so to say. We cannot just select the things, but we need to delete like a regular editor. We want to, this one, by the way, shows us again what it is on that the Gizem branch is trying to add and what it is already on the main branch. So what we want, if we want to keep both of them, we want to delete those and we are happy and we can just mark as result, or we can select what, for example, we want to have only the things from Gizem, then we are gonna delete the one from the main already. Whatever we are gonna do, we do, and when we are happy, we can just say mark as result and we can commit to merge now. Now it is gonna check the merge and we resolve the merge conflicts. We can just pull request and confirm merge. This is how you would solve merge conflicts on the website as well. But I also want to show you one more very nice things on Visual Studio Code. There is an extension called GitHub pull requests. If you go and install that extension, you have full control over your repository on Visual Studio Code. You don't always have to check on the GitHub browser. I think it is very nice to have it on GitHub browser. I still use it. I don't use the GitHub extension very often myself, but I find it useful, so I just wanted to show you. So when you install this extension, you then have another two new icons on your left bar. One is for GitHub and one is for pull requests. You can, for example, let me add some more things here. By the way, you see this is still the old version. Let's first go to source control, and in our main we can just pull changes either with this icon, or you can go there and pull. So we are now updated because this is our final version, right? We need to always remember pulling the changes. I was talking about those icons. Let's just go back to Gizem branch and I add some new stuff. Let's say on the Gizem branch I have print Gizem still adding things, and I'm happy. I just add all those files. I have the commit message and I commit that and synchronize changes. Okay, we have some conflicts already with our current branch even before we merge it with our main branch, but whatever, I want to keep one of them. Complete merge, because I forgot to pull the changes from the Gizem branch as well. That's why it was my bad, sorry, but it's good that we catch that on the video. So we can continue. I solved the merge. You see, merge conflicts are not actually such a scary thing as long as you have control over your repository. Now everything is good. Gizem is updated. My main was updated too. But now I would like to merge Gizem onto main again, because this line is only on Gizem branch and I would like to update it on the main branch, or merge it on the main branch. I did it on the online version or on the browser before, and now I would like to show you on the extension as well. So with this extension I can, let me refresh this. I can see all my open requests. At the moment I don't have, so let me just go to my source control or my pull request icon. It's a little bit slow, huh? Let's just go there. You can also create a pull request here, something a little bit slow. Anyways, I'm not gonna wait. I will just create the pull request here. What I want to create the pull request is from Gizem. I will do the changes from Gizem to base. Gizem is still adding things, and I will create a pull request here. It's very similar to what we see online, so there's not much to learn new, and has no conflicts. If it has conflicts, we have done that. This time we don't have any conflicts. That's good. Merge request, create merge commit, and everything is good. Pull request successfully merged. If you want, you can delete this branch, so we don't need the Gizem anymore. Let me just delete that branch. But I don't want to delete Gizem branch. When we assign the branches to a specific feature and this feature is updated and now we don't need that branch. There's actually another nice way of assigning an issue to a branch. Let me show you that one as well. So, if you are in your code, you can create an issue. It's more like a to-do list for your project. You can say, for example, you can create a new issue. Let me move myself again. I can say add feature X. You can write more descriptive information if you want. If not, you can just leave it like this. And then you can assign someone to solve this. I will assign myself, or you can assign another person if you want. I'm not going to talk about them in this video, but you can do more than that in GitHub. So we can create this issue. To solve this issue, you can actually create a branch only to solve that issue. So I can create a branch. Let's say I would like to add a feature X. It's automatically giving you a branch name. I like this branch name, so I will create a branch like this. I'm not gonna do this one, no terminals, I'm not doing it. I can go to the source control and I can fetch. There is now new branch. This is the one that is added on the online or on the remote. So I can just check out origin to this branch. And now I can try to solve this problem. And the problem asks me to add some line to main test2.py, and I can say feature X is added. Now I am happy. I can just push it, add those things, and I can edit my commit, synchronize changes. Now the feature X is on the add feature branch. I would like to edit or merge it to my main. What can I do? I can go to source control. I will add merge to main because this one has the feature X now here and main doesn't have. So we can just create a pull request. Now we are trying to adding the feature X to our main as well. There's no conflicts, yay. So we can create a pull request and create merge commits. Lovely. Pull request successfully merged. And if I go to, and now I can delete this branch because the feature X is added. Before deleting, let me show you. Currently, I have add feature X over here, but I will delete this branch because we added that. We can create a new issue and new branch to that particular task. We deleted the branch and I want to delete both the local one and the remote because we don't need those branches anymore. I will say okay. Now I can refresh my website and I see that the issue branch is not here anymore. So let me wrap up. We have learned about creating new branches, merging those branches with main, solving merge conflicts with those branches, both on the website but also using the extension on Visual Studio Code. But more importantly, in this video we have learned about creating an issue and then solving this issue and creating a pull request to put our contribution to this repository. Why it is more important? Because when you are working on your project, yeah, it is very good, but you can go around and you can create your own rules. Everyone can use the main branch, no one is gonna arrest you. But if you want to contribute globally to a repository, this is the way how you would do. When someone creates a repository, you pull the whole repository, you create your own branch, do the changes, and then create a pull request. And normally all those repositories have lots of issues, so if you want to be a good programmer, you can just go through the repositories and the things that you think you can solve. You just create a branch and solve that and add a pull request. One last thing I would like to tell. Let's say someone created a stupid pull request, okay? Again, Gizem is still adding things. Let's say Gizem is still adding things. And commit. Synchronize changes. And go create a pull request from Gizem to main and create a pull request. You can actually see the pull request over here. So someone is adding pull request, but I think this thing doesn't solve anything and you don't want to merge this pull request. You can say that unfortunately this solves nothing. You can just let the person know, you can give a comment, or you can ask more things. Are you sure this is doing that? But whatever, you can have a discussion over there. But in the end, you don't want to merge the pull request. Then you can close with comment or without the comment. So it's gonna be an empty comment for me. So you just close it. There is not any new pull request, but it is in the closed requests over here. So you don't have to merge every pull request either. I think this is all I want to talk about GitHub for the beginners. I hope it was useful. If you think something is missing, please let me know. I can always add more videos. If not, good luck with your projects and see you in other videos for sure.